the key to success to any MBA exam is a good number of mocks. So Tarkashastra has got just that for you. You can easily get 20 CAT mocks at the price of only ₹1,999. Not just mocks, you also get detailed video solutions and in-depth analysis. You get sectional mock test of each section. Okay, you get around 5 sectional mock tests of all the 3 sections. You get peer benchmarking and national ranking, so you can compare your performance with the other people. Not just CAT mocks, we also have snap mocks for you. Okay, you can get around 10 snap mocks, again along with detailed video solution and in-depth analysis at only 999. Okay, along with that, you also get peer benchmarking to again compare your performance, to realize and understand where do you stand as compared to other performers of the same exam. Then there's also NMAC mocks, okay? People who are also giving mocks or who are also giving exam for admission in the Narsi Munji institution, okay? You can get 3 NMAC mocks for only $499. Again, with proper detailed video solution and in-depth analysis. All right. Again, you get a peer benchmarking and national ranking for comparison of your performance. So, why not consider availing the opportunity, because it brings you closer to accuracy, and not just accuracy, timed accuracy. What do you guys want to do, 2024 or 2021? 2024 you guys have solved or will solve? हो गया है. So do you want to do 21? Fine. 21 भी हो गया है. चलेगा. 22 अपने हो गए. 23 का कल हमने एक किया. We can do 23 slot 2 also if you want. कल 23 slot 3 किया. 23 is better? Okay. 23 slot 2 करें. ओके, डिस्कस करते हैं. पहले क्या करेंगे हम? पहले 5 मिनट करेंगे क्या आज? देखेंगे. विल गो थ्रू द पेपर. फर्स्ट 5 मिनट्स नो सॉल्विंग. ओके, डोंट अप्रोच इट एज लाइक ओ चलो बढ़िया क्वेश्चन चालू करते हैं. नहीं, look at the clock or you can look here, and first 5 minutes don't do anything, just go through the paper, make your choices and make smart choices. Okay, out of the 4 RCs, which one I have to skip and how many I'm attempting and किस order में, right? सबसे पहले कौन सा और सबसे लास्ट कौन सा. Go through the VA questions, go through the para jumbles, मुझे करना है कि नहीं करना है. Go through the VA questions, all of them, para summary and वो decide. Starting with RC I think would be ideal. Everyone start today with 1 RC. Everyone's doing minimum 1 RC, right? Yeah, so then start with 1 RC, get into the flow of it. Then maybe you will get a little bored. Then pick up VA questions, right? VA questions are more stimulating. मजा आता है उसमें, लॉजिक वगैरह लगता है. तो फिर एक RC के बाद VA क्वेश्चन करके देखना आज. ठीक है, तो 5 मिनट नथिंग, फिर 5 मिनट के बाद एग्जैक्टली एक RC, and then you can do some VA questions. ओके, जितने VA क्वेश्चंस हो सकते हैं निकाल लो. फिर टाइम बचे तो एक RC ले लेना या 2 RC ले लेना. फाइन. तो एक RC रहेगा, एटलीस्ट कुछ अटेम्प्ट तो सिक्योर्ड है. ठीक है, एंड देन VA क्वेश्चंस जितने हो पाए. ओके, ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट्स, यस, रेडी? गिव मी अ थम्स अप. ऋषिकेश, समर्थ, Hakin, are you guys there? Okay. चलो, पेपर रेडी करें. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Who came late? Who was late? How late were you? How late? You were 20 minutes. I can't give you 20 minutes. How late were you? Okay. How late were you? 10 minutes. Okay, I'll give you guys 10 more minutes. Online also, couple of students were 10 minutes late. Okay, take 10 minutes more. Others who are done, the answer key is at the end. So just check your answers, okay, and calculate your total rough score. ठीक है? ठीक है, तो फिर मत देखो. इनको 10 मिनट देते हैं ताकि ये लोग कर पाए. Yes, 10 more minutes given, guys. Finish your paper. People who started with me, you guys can stop. Maybe look at the questions further if you want. जो आरसी नहीं किए वो उनको एक बार देखो कि was it a good decision skipping that? Okay. Okay. Done. Online students done. Give me a thumbs up. I gave extra time to students who were late. चलो, कैसा था? Moderate to difficult. आशीष अच्छे खासे थे. वो वाला अच्छा था. क्लोथिंग वाला अच्छा था. हाँ, वो अच्छा था. That was easy. Liberalism वाला. With liberalism was also the questions were easy. Netflix वाला was a little. उसके questions अच्छे खासे थे. हाँ, there was like a lot of critical reasoning in that questions. फिर कौन सा बचा? ये history वाला. Here in this positivist वाला जो passage था, इधर comprehension पे बहुत depend करता था कि आपको क्या समझ आया RC से. Nobody attempted that RC. So everyone started with one RC. Okay, and then you move to some VA questions. And then फिर क्या हुआ? उसके बाद क्या हुआ? एक और RC निकला? नहीं निकला. एक और RC निकल गया पूरा. So 2 full RCs and then third also? No. Two Para Jumbles, then I went back to RC, and then my comfort was listening to Para Completion, so I did that. Correct. And then that was after the second RC, right? And then that's it. Good number of attempts as well. Makes sense. Perfect. Para Jumbles you can put it for the last. ठीक है, last में कर सकते हैं. I think 1-2 Para Jumbles ठीक थे. तुम लोग के साथ में क्या एक डेटा शेयर करूँ क्या? लास्ट आई थिंक लास्ट ईयर 2024 में एक भी पैरा जंबल नहीं आया था, है ना? यू हैव दैट डेटा ना, पास्ट ईयर ट्रेंड्स एनालिसिस पूरा नहीं है तुम लोग के पास? डू यू वांट मी टू सेंड इट टू यू गाइस? इट्स लाइक अ डिफरेंट ठीक है, मैं तुम्हारे ऑफिशियल ग्रुप पे भेजूं? See, click on it. I've sent it. देखो खुल रहा है. Now this is like proper past year trend analysis. I don't think that would really change things because कुछ anticipate नहीं किया जा सकता, पर आप लोग देख सकते हो किस टाइप के questions आए थे, कितने कितने आए थे. है ना? Look at it later. We'll discuss RCs. Oh, sorry. We'll discuss the paper. Okay, I'll skip the RCs. We'll start with VA questions first. This was kind of easy. Dualism, FIB. Para completion. या किसी ने टाइम नहीं मिला? Yes, question 17. Yes, B. The answer is second blank. Yes, B, correct. कैसे किया? Wait for last. One. Yeah, क्या approach? What approach? What was the sentence? Dualism was long held as a defining feature of developing countries in contrast to developed countries where frontier tech and higher productivity were assumed to prevail. Right?
In the sentence, they have used a distinction between both of them, so that is explained further. So,
where is it explained further?
while this distinction.
Yes. Excellent. See, while this distinction, हमने pronouns अगर I don't know in this class have we done grammar? We have done pronouns, right? This one is a demonstrative pronoun. हिंदी में कहते हैं ये वाला. तो ये point करता है किसी specific चीज को. यहाँ पे ये किसको point कर रहा है? इसके पीछे कुछ distinction नहीं है. Distinction आपको यहाँ डालना पड़ेगा. और developing, developed यहीं पे ही introduce होगा. इससे पहले कहीं introduce भी नहीं हुआ था. So yes. It fits here, and then the distinction between develop and advance. So see how the examiner is also pretty smart. उसने developing और develop नहीं लिखा है, उसने developing and advanced लिखा है, एक synonym use किया है. So yeah, it's not going to be that like easy. Yeah, second correct, absolutely. This one, ये भी easy था. किया किसी ने ये वाला FIB kissing वाला. B. Why second blank?
Then, in the sentence, the idea is that went back about even 1,000 years ago.
Correct. In the Middle East.
Yes. So that's why before second blank there is Mesopotamian societies. This is a well-established practice 4,500 years.
Correct.
So that is then carried forward. Right.
And also look at this one, how the sentence is starting, and probably much earlier. So it's talking about a time period. सिर्फ दो जगह time period mention है, एक इधर और एक इधर, और कहीं भी time period नहीं है. मैं इधर नहीं लगा पा रही, पता है, क्योंकि ये दोनों बहुत ही naturally flow हो रहे हैं. Of human lip kissing originated in a very specific location in South Asia so and so years ago. From there, it may have spread to other regions. So it can't fit here. Put it here. See, the earliest Mesopotamian societies, kissing was already established, well practiced 4,500 years ago in the Middle East. And probably much earlier, moving the documentation for kissing back 1,000 years compared to what was acknowledged in the scientific community, which was the Middle East. Hakina? Yes, so the answer for this is indeed option D, which is option 2. Easy the FIBs don't know. Why not fourth blank? How did you put it in the fourth blank? Tell me the logic.
Because there was intimacy in ancient times.
Many thousands of these clay tablets. Clay tablets kya hai ye? People wrote. Okay, so these are the scriptures. Many thousands of these clay tablets have survived to this day, and they contain clear examples that kissing was considered a part of romantic intimacy in ancient times. Kissing could also have been a part of friendship and family members. Look at this also. It's extending that it was not just a part of romantic intimacy, it was also a part of friendship and family members. तो मैं बीच में इसकी अड़चन डाल ही नहीं सकती क्योंकि these two sentences are also flowing very smoothly. Putting this here makes no sense क्योंकि यहाँ पे kissing का purpose discuss किया जा रहा है, यहाँ पे kissing का origin discuss किया जा रहा है, तो ये यहाँ fit ही नहीं बैठ रहा. Origin की बात झगड़ा यहीं कहीं ऊपर हो रहा था, हाँ कि ना?
Yes, ma'am.
किसका? इसका वाला? You went for? नहीं है इसका 2 IM पे तो it's 2 only. For this one, कैसे? That is fine.
I didn't see the line after the first glance. And I answered it at the last one.
Yeah. You didn't read like the how they were flowing. Yeah. So keep in mind now. Next time we have to read it. Okay. The answer for this is D, option 2 only. What is this? Odd sentence out. क्या ये वाला? नहीं, easy था. Did anyone attempt this? Why second? Who went for second? Why second? Wait, can I ask them? Why second? Try karo. A kind of same. Northern Lights. Right. They're both about the same novel. Correct. How are they same third and fifth? They're talking about banning of books. Fifth one. Third one is also talking about banning of books. What is second talking about? Odd hua na ye? All of them are talking about books and banning of books. Northern Light is also an example of banning of books. Now this attempting to silence the author is a new element. It is not a common element amongst other sentences. Here, therefore, the odd one out is this. 2. You went for how? What logic did you use? General term where?
Although that there were about 2,500 unique titles that were challenged.
Yeah, challenged means banned, right? Or about to be banned.
Okay, yeah, then challenge also.
Yeah. In fourth also, yeah, number of, yes. Correct. सही तो word भी है इस्तेमाल किया गया है. So what did we do? Were we a little hasty here? Do you think last में क्या ये वाला? No, you gave it enough time. Okay. This one was confusing. Latchkey children. 20th. क्या क्या किया? Second. You went for fifth. First. Fifth. The answer for this is third. Who went for third? कैसे? कौन सा वाला negative outcome के बारे में बात कर रहा है? Although self-care generally points to negative outcome. हाँ, it is correct. I mean, उल्टा कर दो. Whatever you have used, उसका उल्टा करो. आपने जो सेंटेंस उठाया है वो ही एक सेंटेंस है जो नेगेटिव के बारे में नहीं बात कर रहा है. बाकी चारों को देखो. चारों ही नेगेटिव कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस या नेगेटिव इंपैक्ट ऑफ लैचकी चिल्ड्रन डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. देखो, you are saying कि although it points to negative outcomes, it is important to consider long-term consequences. It has not been tracked yet. Research नहीं हुई है. बाकियों को देखो. Self-care links to loneliness, negative outcome. Latchkey children refers to children who routinely return home from school to empty homes and take care of themselves from extended period of times. Again, another negative outcome. In research and practice, children in self-care has come to replace latchkey, an effort to more accurately reflect the nature of the circumstances. Now, this one talks about the definition of the same. Fifth talks about would be beneficial for development, has found the quite opposite. Right now, all of these are talking about the impact and specifically the negative impact. Only this one, third one talks about that long-term consequences track अभी तक नहीं किए गए हैं. ठीक है, इसका बाकी के सेंटेंस से क्या लेना देना? हाँ कि ना? इसलिए this was the odd one out.
More like a conclusion.
It did, but why can't conclusions be odd one out? There's no like, I think I remember Arihant हम लोग जब क्लास में कर रहे थे तो उसने पूछा था कि जरूरी है कि इंट्रो वाला ही odd one out होना चाहिए, conclusion ही odd one out होना चाहिए. I said no, the least relevant sentence has to be odd one out. Okay, so here you can use the same logic and eliminate intro because it's the most broad. I think कौन सा वाला है? Probably this one, right? This is very general. Even this one, very general. So we can use the same logic. but we'll have to pick the least relevant. These are all talking about latchkey children specifically and its impact. This one is not talking about impact at all. It's talking about consequences which are yet to be researched. Hence, this is the least relevant one. Okay? ठीक है? समझा? 3. Okay. See, para jumbles. Tricky था. ये वाला tricky था. Ants वाला para jumble. किसी ने नहीं किया? क्या किया? आंसर क्या है वो तो बताओ.
4 2 1
4 2 1 3.
4 2 3 1.
4 2 3 1. Both are wrong. 4 4 सही है. So 4 is correct. 4 कैसे निकाला? सबसे जनरल स्टेटमेंट है. Absolutely right. 4 is your opener. Human consciousness is often called an emergent property of the human brain. Correct. छोड़ दो अभी pairs ढूंढो. कोई pair बन रहा है क्या?
पहले एंड की कॉलोनी के बारे में बताया.
हाँ.
आइडेंटिफाई द मैकेनिज्म बाय व्हिच इमर्जेंस वो मैकेनिज्म एंड के बारे में डिस्कस.
So ant का analogy दिया गया है. Do you know what are analogies? What are analogies? हाँ, कंपेयर करते हैं. जैसे गंगा बहती है वैसे अपने थॉट्स को बहने दो. राइट? कंपेयर करते हैं दो चीजों को. इधर भी जैसे एंड्स कॉलोनी बनाती हैं वैसे न्यूरॉन्स भी कॉम्प्लेक्स इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेस करते हैं, लाइक अवेयरनेस, होप और प्राइड. तो ये एक एग्जाम्पल है. टॉपिक्स was not about ants, it was about neurons. Right? So this is talking about no single neurons hold complex information like self-awareness, hope or pride. ये किसी के साथ बैठ रहा है क्या? थ्री के साथ बैठ रहा है. Nonetheless, the sum of all neurons in the nervous system generate complex human emotions like fear and joy, none of which can be attributed to a single neuron. Why not to a single neuron? Because no single neuron holds complex information. They all hold it together. Therefore, the example of ants. So first you give the example of ants और बताओ कि ये लोग साथ में ही काम करते हैं. फिर इस पे फर्दर बिल्ड करो 3 में. ठीक है? So 1 3 was a pair. Fine. So now we've just found 4 and then 1 3 being a pair. Look at 2. Where can 2 come? Why do you think it could be a concluder? सबको summarize. बिल्कुल सही कहा. सबको summarize कर रहा है. Although the brain is not yet understood enough to identify the mechanism by which emergence functions, most neurobiologists agree that complex interconnections discussed in 1 and 3 among parts give rise to qualities that belong only to the whole. So the answer for this is 4 opener, 2 concluder and बीच में 1 and 3. So 4 1 3 2. This was challenging. I am agreeing. To get this right was highly improbable. You're right. So हाँ, ये थोड़ा रिस्की था. लास्ट में किया, ज्यादा टाइम वेस्ट किया गया इस पे? नहीं, ठीक है. Okay. This was, I would say, moderate. मतलब ठीक उतना, हाँ, लाइक था, रिस्की था, बट इम्पॉसिबल नहीं था. क्वेश्चन 22 क्या किया?
4 3 2 1
4 3 2 1. ओके. 4 4 1 2 3 नहीं गया. 4 1 3 2 4 3 1 2. कैसे किया?
इतना दिमाग नहीं लगाया. मुझे कम टाइम में मतलब वेस्टर्न का जो था वो जनरल स्टेटमेंट दिखा.
हाँ.
पहले लगा दिया.
हाँ.
फिर वो कॉन्टेम्पररी अमेरिकन अफ्रीकन राइटिंग वाला जो था वो सेकंड लगाया.
हाँ.
मुझे लगा कि वो जो था सेकंड वाला वो कुछ उसको आगे मतलब सपोर्टिंग आइडिया जैसा लगा तो उसको और फिर
ठीक है. अब जो भी लॉजिक लगाया but आंसर लग गया 4312 ही है आंसर. हाँ, the answer for this is 4312. Now you guys have missed, अभी देखा ना हमने, you guys had like 4312. तो इतना सा बस मिस हुआ 2 सेंटेंस का, बट गए ना मार्क्स सब पूरे गए. हाँ, अब वो लग गया. यू लक हो गया. अब नाउ आई टेल यू कैसे लगा या कैसे लगना चाहिए था. इफ यू लुक एट ऑल द सेंटेंसेस, हम हाउएवर से नहीं खोल सकते, हम इससे खोल सकते हैं. बट इट टॉक्स अबाउट एक्सप्लोर्स द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट कास्ट एंड, हाँ इससे खोल सकते हैं ना, 1 से नहीं खोल सकते. सी वॉइसेस दिस थीम. हाँ, so either 2 or 4. Now which is a more general statement, right? This one talks about, this one gives you specific African practice में क्या क्या cultures हैं और उसको कैसे कैसे narrative में explore किया जा रहा है. Now read 4. 4 talks about Western Christian concepts tend to deny or feign ignorance about the existence of genuine, enduring, indigenous African tradition. Right? यही इसी का ही example है 2. So we open with 4, and then 4 के बाद क्या आ सकता है? Anything that builds upon this? See, their views. किसके views? Western Christian concepts, right? Their views on the African culture contradicts the reality, for a rich and sustaining local African culture ethos exists for all who care to see and experience. So 4 and 3 are a pair. However, यानी उल्टी बात होने वाली है, पलटने वाला है इधर. 4 को पलटा है 3 ने. So 4 and 3. अभी फिर क्या आना चाहिए 3 के बाद? 3 में क्या बताया है कि क्या क्या थीम होती है? For a rich and sustaining local African culture ethos exists for all who care to see and experience. This is a theme. थीम वाला सेंटेंस कौन सा है? 1. This theme. So it should be followed by 1. This theme. Now one example दे रहा है इस थीम का, जो ये है the bottle leopard. So I'll put 1 and then मेरे पास बचा 2. I'll put that at last. Okay, because that's another example, but it does not have this theme in it. That is why 1 पहले 2 बाद में. So this was 4312. Again ज़्यादा difficult नहीं था. Like this, as compared to this one, this was a little more difficult. This was not as difficult, but yeah, you had to look carefully. But ये वाला conjunction देखो ना, कैसे अभी, हाँ वही logic नहीं, गलत लगा है. Whereas, yet, however, but, ये जो भी बोला है उसका उल्टा बोलने वाले हैं. तो इसका पार्टनर ढूंढो, इसका पेयर ढूंढो. हमने कंजंक्शंस के पेयर्स बनाए थे, राइट? तो इसका पेयर ये था. ये क्या है? समरी. Question 23, heat waves, para summary. Tell me your answers. Bombay? This one, people are vulnerable. This is your answer? No. The answer is A. You went for A? Yeah. कैसे?
They have told about the risks which are there, so they have told in short that it has an enormous risk. And also it has told that the media should start taking the last line, that media should start taking impacts on all these factors. So they have told even about that.
Correct. But where is policies discussed? Government policy or public policies should be implemented or should be worked upon. वो कहाँ है?
This adaptation to heat waves is a significant public.
Okay. Then why not A? Oh, so, why not B?
So B says that this people are in effect, policies also not working as well as the role of media is now, given that it's warning people, it says that it can warn people. So possibility that is not explored.
And this one is going in the definite.
These are measures taken by whom are not, it's not specific to whom are they pointing to take the measures. It's not there, but in the passage clearly written that the news media should take.
In which option you are saying measures wala?
B.
People are vulnerable. This one.
Yeah.
You guys have gone for B. People are vulnerable to heat waves caused due to climate change. Measures taken are ineffective. ये थोड़ा broad नहीं हो गया? Measures taken by whom? I was criticizing. I was thinking about this one. C. ठीक C भी हो सकता है most probably. तुम लोग को अगर झगड़ा करना था तो हम C में कर सकते थे और A में कर सकते थे. But B is very broad. People are vulnerable to heat waves, correct. Caused due to climate change, correct. Measures taken, you have to spell out. I think the whole central idea was definitely media. Not discussed, not mentioned. Public policy, not mentioned. So don't you think comparatively is broader?
Why not?
Why not 4 karte hai na? News stories help in warning about heat waves, but they have to become more effective. What's wrong with this?
This conclusion is not.
They're not saying that it is ineffective or anything. They're just told that the news media should start.
Correct. Correct. What is the meaning of more effective? कि अभी effective नहीं है और effective होना चाहिए. But passage में क्या दिया है?
The news media plays a central role in this process and can help more people. For the potential danger.
Are they warning right now? Maybe they're not doing a good job. Is that what is? They can do it. They are not doing it at all. They are doing it poorly. नहीं लिखा है. They are not doing it at all. They should do it. तो ये.
Then similarly, the play is also not. Because the media plays. It's not playing.
It plays a pivotal role. Plays an important role in alerting people to this danger. I mean, then now we'll have to pick the least worst because seems like all of them are pretty bad. So सबसे कम बेकार उठाते हैं. ठीक है, मैंने ये वाला हटाया B क्योंकि सबसे ब्रॉड है तो हटा देते हैं B को हटा देते हैं. ठीक है, D में क्या है? इफेक्टिवनेस का प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, नॉट डिस्कस्ड इन द पैसेज. इसको हटा देते हैं. फिर अभी मेरे को इधर और इधर फंस रहा है क्योंकि ये दोनों ही अच्छे हैं. प्रोटेक्शन फ्रॉम हीट वेव्स इज इंपॉर्टेंट बट करंट रिपोर्ट्स and public policies seem ineffective. Ineffective by definition means not working, right? Poor, not producing any significant or desired effect. So it can also be unproductive, unsuccessful, failed, futile, inefficient.
But I guess because they're not mentioned anything about the current reports, maybe because of that scheme might be there.
But reports is not mentioned.
Current reports किधर है? हाँ. So I am taking current reports as news reports. No, am I wrong?
Mention news media, so they should have used that.
Okay, so here current reports is not news reports.
We can't say.
We can't say. We can't say for sure. So we have to get rid of this problem.
No, I don't think, because they have said that it is significant public policy concern. So concern means it is not ineffective. It is a concern.
Yep. Adaptation to heat waves is a significantly, public policy concern. Passage is also not really helping much. It's not giving a lot of hints. This suggests that understanding how extreme heat is narrated is very important. The news media play a central role in this process and can help warn people about the potential danger as well as about impacts on infrastructure and society. I get your definite tone wala argument now. It says it can play, and here it says plays. What should we go for? Like, what is the least worst then?
I chose A because it has, like, it is mentioning heat waves, it's not mentioning climate change or anything, but it's mentioning the topic of the passage. And it is also mentioning a part of the last part of the passage, that is the media.
It also mentions posing a risk.
Risk. So that risk also mentioned that.
I don't think others are mentioning. See, this one does not talk about, it talks about protection from heat waves is important, does not talk about posing risk, but maybe inferable. This one is talking about warning about heat waves. I'll just read out what 2IIM has written to you guys, huh? So, wait, इनके options अलग हैं. Protection. हाँ, इसके लिए उसने क्या बोला है? C के लिए. A talks about this one, sorry. C talks about ineffective public policies on heat waves. This is not what the paragraph is about.
But it is not said that is C ineffective.
So this is not the main idea. So we can get rid of this. Then, ये वाला. Option B2 misses the key point about the role of news media and states measures which are not discussed in the paragraph at all are ineffective. Correct. Correct. ये नहीं दिया है ना. Measures taken are ineffective. Right. Sorry, we are looking at the wrong set of words. Okay. Then that leaves us with this news stories. Option D does not touch upon the risk heat waves pose. Also, the paragraph does not talk about the effectiveness of news stories. Correct. Hence, A is the least worst. सब में ही है, but ineffectiveness of warning people दिया है कि वो fail कर रहे हैं, लोग warn नहीं कर रहे हैं. Ineffective of news stories है ही नहीं, क्योंकि news ने cover करना ही नहीं चालू किया है ना, इसीलिए. So D eliminated. A is also pretty bad, but it's the least worst. You got it right. Well, what was it? Was it your instinct, or like, did you change it last moment, or you stuck to it?
I was 90% with A and 10% with B. So afterwards, I was keeping those two options, but I was like, it's static, others pick one. So I went with A, thinking that it has media and it's also not talking about the risk.
Correct. So that was a correct logic. Absolutely right. You used logic, you didn't use man ki awaaz. Okay, this one was also tricky. I think the passage itself was really hard to understand. Kind of like an abstract passage, I would say. क्या किया?
Can eliminate, I think, first and foremost, because
Second is wrong.
third.
Counterfactual alternatives. The answer is 3.
I was confused between 2 and 3 because 1 and 4, so
बेकार ही है 1 and 4. Did you understand the passage? People spontaneously create counterfactual alternatives. Spontaneously बनाते हैं. एक ऑप्शन में जो spontaneously नहीं कह रहा है. कौन सा वाला जो कह रहा है intentionally बनाते हैं? ये वाला B. People create counterfactual alternatives to reality for various reasons, including reasoning about other people's beliefs. They don't do this intentionally. They do it spontaneously. Option A suggests people intentionally create counterfactuals. The paragraph, on the other hand, states counterfactuals are created spontaneously. तो इसमें ये जो है, ये गलत है. Including reasoning, they are not actually using reasoning. अपने आप बन के आ रहा है ये, तो ये गलत था. बाकी कैसे एलिमिनेट किए?
Counterfactuals help people
हाँ, counterfactuals help people to prepare for the future is wrong. Fourth में भी same है, तो बचा क्या? फिर ये मैंने हटवाया ना, तो फिर क्या बचा? Counterfactual alternatives to reality are created for variety of reasons and is part of one's developmental process. Correct? All the details are correct? Because all the other details of these options are distorted. Reverse वाला कौन सा है? This one. Option D is logically incorrect as it says counterfactual thinking helps to reverse past and future actions. ऐसा कुछ नहीं दिया गया था. This one ना, ये वाला ही, reasoning. This is wrong. They don't use their reasoning. They use intuition. They use nothing. It comes spontaneously to them.
Develop some childhood that they are told in the last.
Yeah.
Counterfactual.
Yeah, but people spontaneously create counterfactual alternatives to reality when they think if only or what if. They don't use reasoning to create it. तो मैं वही तो कर रही हूँ, reasoning problem है. ठीक है, passage. Any problems in VA questions? People who attempted and skipped. What did you guys think? Did we? Okay. अच्छा किया ये नहीं छोड़ के. कौन सा वाला?
Para Jumbles.
How did you make that decision?
Then I would hope Para Jumbles at that time, then I.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes total sense.
You go with Para Jumbles and Para Section.
Totally. There's a higher probability of getting that right instead of Para Jumbles. है ना? Good one. Good decision. एंड ऑल्सो हमने कल का जो पेपर देखा था उसमें चिंदी वाला एक पैराजम्बल भी आया था, इसलिए मैंने कल हम अरिहंत में बात कर रहे थे और इसलिए हमने सोचा कि कोई फिक्स स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं है, तो वो पहले जो 5 मिनट है ना उसी टाइम पे यू हैव टू मेक अ कॉल कि दिख रहा है कि एक चिंदी वाला पैराजम्बल आया है तो उसको भी लास्ट में निकाल लेना, राइट. द प्रोनाउंस वन ना शादी किया था, दैट वाज प्रीटी इजी, राइट. दैट वाज लाइक अ वेरी सीटी लेवल काइंड ऑफ अ क्वेश्चन एंड डेफिनेटली आ सकता है गैट में. So if it comes, you can definitely attempt it. So keep yourself open. Don't keep yourself very rigid. Okay, done. Let's move to RCs. Which one has more, like most of you have attempted?
Fourth one.
Fourth वाला कौन सा है? Clothing वाला. Good call. Good choice. That was indeed the easiest out of the 4. Good choice. Yeah, this one. Right? What was the main idea?
That how does clothing and vintage clothes, even vintage clothes, contribute to the landfills and how the microfibers as well contribute.
Correct, but that was the last paragraph, right? It was the ocean pollution वाला. Yeah, वो तो ये paragraph में था. Older clothes shed more microfibers leading to more microfiber pollution. इसके ऊपर क्या डिस्कस किया ये पूरा सारा पैराग्राफ में? What is the author's belief?
Clothes more than the day.
Yeah, so what is the criticizing? Author बोला कि second hand clothes खरीदो. People should buy more second hand clothes and not support fast fashion brands like Primark, Boohoo, and reduce the environmental impact on it. क्या क्या बोला है फिर? हाँ, इसका consequence बताया है ये वाला. हाँ, disadvantages discuss किए हैं. Huge amounts of textile waste, greenhouse gases, toxins. फिर इसका alternative बताया कि thrifting करनी चाहिए, है ना? फिर thrifting के बाद फिर इसने ये microfiber pollution and that's it.
उसको भी इतना सपोर्ट नहीं किया.
नहीं किया है, उसको भी criticize भी किया है.
हाँ, उसका टोन बहुत ही ambiguous सा है.
थोड़ा फिर पहले थोड़ा सपोर्ट किया फिर वापस चेंज हो गया कि ये भी इतना कुछ सस्टेनेबल है.
हाँ, उसमें और लास्ट में कोई कंक्लूजन दिया भी नहीं कि मेरा ये स्टांस ये है, मेरा ये स्टांस है. एब्सोल्युटली राइट.
इसकी वजह से थोड़ा क्वेश्चन को आंसर करना
ट्रिकी था.
हाँ, ऑथर का व्यू पॉइंट ही नहीं पता चला कि मतलब क्रिटिसाइज कर रहा है या सपोर्ट कर रहा है.
ट्रू. है ही नहीं. मैं बता रही हूँ ना, कोई एक उसने लिया ही नहीं है साइड. आधे में वो बोल रहा है ये करो, फिर नीचे आके पलट जा रहा है.
सब समझ सकते हैं.
हाँ.
बाकी पर क्या पॉइंट दिया, मतलब डिसएडवांटेजेस थे, फिर वो 50 क्या आया, फिर मतलब बाद में तो नहीं पता चली थी.
और लास्ट में कुछ नया नहीं बोला है उसने. लास्ट में बोला है कि बहुत सारे लग्जरी ब्रांड्स ये नहीं कर रहे हैं, सेकंड हैंड बेच नहीं रहे हैं क्योंकि उनकी गुडविल लाइन पे है, उनकी वैल्यू लाइन पे है. करेक्ट. तो है क्या, टोन का क्वेश्चन पूछा है क्या? मेन आइडिया ठीक है, मेन आइडिया पे देखते हैं कुछ अगर कंफ्यूजन. हाँ, we'll look at that. What about this? The act of thrifting can be considered ironic because it ironic यानी hypocritical है ये. वही जो अभी ऑथर ने क्यों नीचे आके वही उल्टी बात बोल दी. Because even second hand clothes create environmental problems. So this is very easy. What did you go for? Is anti-consumerist attitude ironic कैसे हुआ? Ironic का मतलब समझा पहले वो बताओ. Not फायदा नहीं है. Ironic means hypocritical. Either it means a sarcasm and second it means hypocritical. Right? जैसे मैं बोलूँ कि फायरमैन के घर पे ही आग लग गई, तो ये एक आयरनी हुई कि जो बचाता है उसके घर पे ही आग लग गई. तो सेम टाइप ऑफ वही पूछा गया है. तो थ्रिफ्टिंग एक एंटी कंज्यूमरिस्ट एटीट्यूड है. सही है तुम लोग का आंसर. बट ये आयरनी कैसे हुई? आयरनी तब हुई कि आप थ्रिफ्टिंग बोल रहे हैं कि इन्वायरमेंट पे उसका इम्पैक्ट कम हो, फिर आप खुद ही लिख रहे हैं कि इस पे भी इन्वायरमेंट का इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है. तो फिर इसलिए इट इज बी. दैट इज द आयरनी, दैट इज द हिपोक्रेसी. According to the author, companies like ThreadUp have not caught on in the UK for all of the following reasons except C. The British don't buy second-hand clothing. दिया था क्या? Detail ही था ये. Not mentioned. It's mentioned. Where is it? Last paragraph में.
Companies like
हाँ. Have not yet caught on in the UK.
No, so how UK, even UK are buying second-hand clothing.
Oh, correct. Which is not mentioned. I'm sorry. Yes. Which is not mentioned ही तो पूछा है. Yeah. Luxury brands want to maintain their brand image is mentioned. Luxury brands do not like their product to be valued is mentioned. Recycling is currently not financially attractive for luxury brands is mentioned. This is not mentioned. इसलिए C. What happened?
I said the question.
अरे कैपिटल में लिखा है.
Because also the opposite is exactly mentioned.
Is it? They prefer buying second-hand clothing?
No, not that one, but they do buy it.
Where is it? And is it specifically for Britishers?
Yeah.
Where?
Second para, I think. Yeah. Brits buy more garments and the other.
But it's not about any garments, na?
It's on the side.
नीचे आऊं?
UK लिखा है ना, वो नीचे last paragraph. UK के बाद there will be a
Always a market for consignment, but there's
whole generation of people who have been taught that only buying new product is the norm. What does this mean?
but does that mean for only UK Britishers or is it talking about people in general?
No, just talking about.
How do you know? There will always be a market for consignment, but there is also a whole generation of people who have been taught that only buying new products is the norm. Second-hand luxury goods are not in their psyche.
can be for UK people.
Because it is making of the idea.
Why
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
actually about
report?
golden thrifting. So paragraph number 3. Gold lining. So thrifting has increasingly become a trendy practice. London is home to many second-hand or more common called vintage. So
Correct. It
they
is
are-
home to many, right? So yeah, they are buying. So that directly contradicts it. See? तो फिर अभी अभी हमने क्या झगड़ा किया कि हो सकता है, ब्रिटिशर्स के बारे में भी बात कर रहे हैं, है ना? ये वाली लाइन काफी लूज लाइन है ये बात कर रहा है होल जनरेशन ऑफ पीपल. अभी हम कंफ्यूज हैं, झगड़ा कर रहे हैं कि अच्छा ब्रिटिशर्स की बात कर रहा है या नहीं, बट लंदन में है सेकंड हैंड शॉप्स, तो फिर नहीं, ब्रिटिशर्स के बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे. दिस इज अ वेरी जनरल स्टेटमेंट, अकिना. सो the answer for this therefore should be only C. They do buy. This is directly opposite. Central idea would be weakened if क्या किया?
B or D, B.
B is undermining the idea, option main idea.
Okay. But is D the main idea? Like landfills are the main idea? I have to weaken the main idea. No, main idea is selling and buying of second-hand clothes. How is that going to weaken things? People are buying it online, but that's not what the author is angry about. The author is angry about कि वो कचरे में जा रहा है और उसका pollution बढ़ रहा है उससे. Online खरीदने से कुछ फर्क नहीं आएगा. It is not about mode, it is about first hand and second hand. So, तो हाँ, answer is C. Answer is C because this will make no change. Primark and Boohoo recycle their clothes for vintage stores. So this is not really weakening. Then out of the two, D is not really the main idea. Yes, even if options B or D were true, these options do not directly undermine the question of effectiveness of second-hand purchasing, saving the planet. And this is the main idea. Therefore, you have to eliminate B and D and go for C. Second-hand stores sold only high-quality clothes would weaken that second half of the passage, right?
The second part.
That is what I was looking at. It's only weakening the second half. But others are directly like, this is completely irrelevant.
D is also better option. Because it is undermining the idea. क्योंकि close तो जा ही रहते हैं, मतलब landfills में. तो वो तो सीधा सीधा undermine कर.
But सिर्फ लैंडफिल से कॉन्सिक्वेंस दिया था क्या? और भी थे ना, पोल्यूशन था, टॉक्सिन्स, ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस रिलीजेस. तो ये तो आपका एक डिसएडवांटेज कम कर रहा है, बाकी तो फिर भी कंटिन्यू हो रहे हैं. सो इसलिए डी पूरी तरह से नहीं कर रहा है वीकेंड.
Would say that the idea would be about second hand.
करेक्ट.
So if second-hand clothing is like the main idea, then the pollution that is caused by second-hand clothing is be then reduced. If they sold only high quality, high quality clothes, because microfibers and.
Correct. So that's exactly what they have written. That's exactly what they have written in the explanation. That is why they've gone for C. Right? I mean, this was very logic-based kind of.
Because the main idea, there's actually two main ideas.
Yeah.
Like the second-hand clothes should be bought and also that would reduce. So I suppose both of them are covered in C. That's right.
Yes, correct. Because that was given as a solution and then the solution itself was criticized. But if you put this, then that directly weakens his second half of the passage, the solution part. I mean, elimination से भी C ही बच रहा है और कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है. They are very tricky. Based on the passage, we can infer that the opposite of fast fashion, slow fashion, would likely to refer to clothes that. Now, this was inference. This was not given. B is the answer.
Oh, C was also very confusing.
Do not shed microfibers.
Idiot.
बट फास्ट फैशन का डेफिनेशन किधर दिया है? दिया है क्या फास्ट फैशन का डेफिनेशन ऊपर? हाँ अच्छा, फास्ट फैशन का डेफिनेशन ही नहीं दिया है, सिर्फ ब्रांड्स लाइक फास्ट फैशन ब्रांड्स सच एज प्राइमार्क एंड बूहू लिखा है.
I just went to the idea of fashion which has me.
I mean, yeah, but why are we using our GK then? They have also written fast fashion refers
Based on
to.
the passage and that's it. Based on the passage.
Exactly, it's not given in the passage. I can't find. Can you guys find any inference regarding fast fashion? It just says
Just, yeah, that.
to Primark and Boohoo.
And then also it's not that descriptive.
It's not
It's like
descriptive.
one for that.
Is it talking about fast production? कहीं बात किया है क्या? No. Fast fashion refers to inexpensively priced, low quality clothing that is produced fast to meet market trends. Any of these details were even briefly discussed in the passage? The opposite of this is low fashion.
My head was more about like changing fashion in a short period of time.
So we all did it by GK. Even I used my
So I
GK.
read something for that. It's genuine.
No, because it's
So it's genuine.
Wait, you went for A. You by using what logic?
Because in fast fashion, it's changing continuously.
Yes.
If there are genuine vintage stores, then that would be the opposite because the stores would have all those clothes that are very that would be so fascinating.
Hmm.
it is
That's not really the quality and like the main definition of it.
something is given about high quality items.
Where?
Advice to buy.
Second last.
They would be well advised to buy high quality items that shed less and last longer.
Hmm.
It gives,
So this is in contrast with fast fashion brands.
so conclusion we can infer ना.
हाँ, वे इन्फर करना पड़ेगा. ऑथर इसको क्रिटिसाइज इसलिए कर रहा है ये बूहू और प्राइमार्क को क्योंकि वो ये सजेस्ट कर रहा है हमें ये खरीदना चाहिए.
सजेशन दिया है सीधा मतलब
हाँ
लॉन्ग लास्टिंग और हाई क्वालिटी आइटम्स वी शुड बाय.
हाँ, then it can't be A, right? Okay, next कौन सा करें? लिबरलिज्म वाला किसने किया? नहीं किया? हिस्ट्री वाला? हाँ, have you done that in the class? Then you have to have 4 out of 4.
No, but then I solved the other one.
Okay, you're very honest. Okay.
So that's what I understand.
Oh, so you don't think politics is like for you?
No, it's not.
But it's very easy. Liberalism क्या होता है? So, it's a policy where liberty is of the forefront, right? Capitalism where capital is the forefront. Socialism where क्या? No, I'm not criticizing or advocating. Socialism is where society and social class, no social classes should happen. So societal good is the forefront and communism is where communities is the forefront. Forefront यानी ये advocate की जाती है. इसी ना. Yes, true.
I read it out.
Yeah, but these basic political terms you should know, right? Right wing, left wing, right? Basic stuff.
That's what I gave you idea. Let's have a session on isms.
Isms.
Socialism. This kind of all isms that are mainly.
So there are a lot of isms. There are also like a lot of philosophical isms, existentialism, absurdism, consequentialism
That was the
नहीं.
only one of the
political वाले.
the photos आते हैं. 15 or 20 minutes is enough, I think.
Yeah, philosophical भी आ ही जाएगा.
आ ही जाएगा, आपको तो आता ही है.
Yeah, we can have it. Could be interesting. Yes. I mean, this is some basic information you need to know. What is our economy? No,
That's
it's not. It is okay. No, so our economic system cannot be fascist. The governance is fascist, and that is not officially fascist. It is the way it is being run. But what is our economic system? Is it capitalist? Is it socialist? It is combined. It's mixed, right? Give me examples of capitalist countries. US, classic. Give me examples of another socialist countries. Vietnam, is it? I don't know. Most of European countries are actually mixed. France is mixed, right? Give me example of communist countries. China, right? So you should know then how are communist countries' policy is different. North Korea is also communist, right? Right. So you just we can discuss that how their policies are like a little different.
you have some idea. It helping.
North Korea's dictatorship so money.
Yeah, so see, now that is governance system, dictatorship, fascism, totalitarianism. They're very similar where there's only one authority figure, right? Then there's democracy where there is one authority figure, but we pick that. Then in capitalism, what is the difference? Is also socialist, not really mixed. हाँ, तो socialist और communist में भी अभी फर्क होता है. फिर what was I just saying? हमारा system है democracy. हाँ, sorry, capitalist का क्या difference है? वहां पे भी तो ट्रम्प को चूज किया है, तो वहां की क्यों नहीं है डेमोक्रेसी? वहां पे ट्रम्प नहीं रूल्स बनाता है, द मार्केट इज फ्री, right? So it flows itself, right? So there's no government intervention at all. It's a free flowing market because capital governs, right? No allocation. I mean, there is allocation of resources by the government, but there is no intervention in market. Here in India, there's intervention allowed by the government, like they can intervene in market forces. हाँ, और भी कुछ होते हैं technical differences. We can discuss. It's going to be interesting session, but that is if time allows. हाँ, मेरे को वही लग रहा है कैट के बाद वाला है, ठीक है, बट कैट के पहले भी कर सकते हैं. It's very interesting in general.
Increasing the knowledge also. It's very helpful.
It is helpful. It is helpful. It changes how you look at world, because there is till now you see all of these countries are running very differently, and everyone's jhandu. So you realize what is the ideal way to run a country, bhai? What is the ideal way to have, manage your finances in a country? So it's very good point of like discussion also. India kabhi, do you think can India be like completely capitalistic? It can't be completely capitalistic. So many like because of the wide disparity between the rich and the poor. If it is now completely capitalistic, I think the rich will just eat up the poor. And, there's going to be like nobody, obviously the government is not doing good job even helping them right now, but at least there's still some accountability. If it is completely capitalistic, then they're like, खुद नौकरी करो, खुद करो. ठीक है, अभी तुम गरीब हो, जैसे अमेरिका में यही चलता है, अभी तुम गरीब हो तो वो तुम्हारी गलती है. Right, but India में नहीं है, वो accountability दी जाती है. So yeah, I don't think India can ever be capitalistic. Okay, we'll discuss that someday, definitely. Netflix वाला किसने किया? Netflix. So Netflix वाला करें discuss next. क्या समझा Netflix वाला में? क्या समझा? देखे तो मेन आइडिया समझा या नहीं?
How Netflix is going across the world and specifically in European countries.
Because of
Translate.
translation. Excellent. Because of these translated shows, subtitles, content language. Absolutely.
Even now,
Even now.
so there are more projects in that case are coming from these European countries, which are getting more popular in America as well, and they are having a wider audience.
Absolutely. So it's a good move.
Yeah,
But
at the same time, there is local broadcasts that are still having a higher viewership because Netflix doesn't really touch upon topics that are more related to the country and they are made for wider audience.
makes sense. There's also one place where the local authority is scared of cultural sovereignty. Means they think like their culture is going to disappear slowly or it will be meddled with this American culture. हाँ, फिर ये एक पैराग्राफ था, ये बहुत जरूरी था. इसमें I think 2 questions बने हैं. Not everything works across borders. Comedy struggles, whodunits and bloody thirsty maelstroms between arch Romans and uppity tribesmen have a more universal appeal. Some do it better than others. German television is not always built for export. So this was an important paragraph.
Entrance वाला question. तो hard part.
तो फिर ये कहते हैं, हाँ यही वाला था. क्या गया फिर इसका क्या करेंगे? अभी कहा जर्मन शोज नहीं चलते तो सी हटा दूं, कॉमेडी भी नहीं चलता. अभी ए और बी में से क्या करूं? क्यों बी क्यों नहीं? ए इज करेक्ट.
वो दिया है ना वहाँ पे.
पैरा में क्या दिया है?
Bloodthirsty maelstroms.
whodunit ये चलते हैं ना, ब्लड thirsty maelstroms भी चलते हैं. बट बिटवीन
Universal appeal.
अच्छा ये किसके, अच्छा ये रोमांटिक के बारे में.
मतलब वो
रोमांटिक मेंशन नहीं है. ओ या whodunit means mystery, किसने किया वाला, right? All the mystery shows are called. Yeah, correct. Romantic is not mentioned. The popularity of romantic, this thing. Yeah, so answer can only be A. Good one.
was hard to ignore.
It was.
इतना easy भी नहीं था कि वो जर्मन तब बहुत ही लॉजिक लगा उसमें.
हाँ.
जर्मन वहाँ पे दिया है कि
नीचे 1-2 लाइन के बाद था. हाँ. Then which one of the following research findings would weaken the author's conclusion in the final paragraph? What was his conclusion in the final paragraph?
By watching.
It's a unifying force, right? It is making culture across border endeavor. So the culture is being shared across borders. Okay. कौन सा वाला weaken कर रहा है? Bombay? What did you guys go for? You went for B? You skipped? What did you go for?
Yeah.
B is correct. कैसे? Eliminate? किधर दिया है? Across different European countries. So you thought Europe का है इसलिए. Okay, good logic.
There's a wide meaning. It's not a common and this is unifying.
Correct.
It's various.
Correct. Absolutely right. Author called it a unifying force. लोग साथ में आते हैं, एक शो देखते हैं तो आके बात करते हैं उसके बारे में. B में लिखा है कि right, they are watching shows, but there's a different taste. So how is it now a unifying force? अगर सब अपना अपना शो अलग अलग शो देख रहे हैं, तो B directly contradicts it. So B is correct. Based on information, all of the following are true except. A is correct. Yes. I mean ये तो दिया था ना, Netflix has been able to. बाकी तीनों दिए थे, ये भी उल्टा दिया है इसका. Netflix has been able to transform itself into a truly European entity नहीं दिया है. यूरोप में भी अमेरिका का वो है, और सॉरी हाँ, अमेरिका से ही शोज अप्रूव होके आते हैं. ऐसा कुछ दिया था एक पैराग्राफ में. So no, it is not truly a European entity. All the shows are still approved by the American headquarters. A. The author sees rise of Netflix in Europe as a unifying force. Detail. ठीक है यार, ये इजी निकला.
I'm regretting my decision now.
No, not really that easy. तो भी मैम वो क्लास वाला भी इतना ही नहीं था, मतलब
ये वाला?
थ्रेड के वजह से थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो रहा था.
वो कहाँ डिस्कस किया है कि नेटफ्लिक्स एक इकोनॉमिक थ्रेट है यूरोप के लिए? कल्चरल थ्रेट है.
हाँ, तो उसके बाद में
है
फाइनेंस का वगैरह दिया था ना.
if Europeans are to share a currency, but that's again an analogy, not really like what is actually happening. It says if they are to share a currency, यानी अगर पूरे यूरोप में एक ही करेंसी चलती है ना, करेक्ट?
कल्चरल थ्रेड वाज.
हाँ, तो पूरे ये भी कल्चरल थ्रेट का ही एग्जाम्पल था. ठीक है, फिर क्या बचा? फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड. लिबरलिज्म. कैन वी डिस्कस लिबरलिज्म पैसेज? किया? ये वाला किया? नहीं, कौन सा वाला किया था? फोर्थ वाला, वो हो गया डिस्कस? हो गया.
Discuss the first.
First one you want to discuss first? Okay. This was tricky. Did you comprehend the passage properly? What did you
It
put?
was about fact. It was about how if even they given an example of the Battle of Hastings and how the historians they predict the data, but they can't, we can't infer that it is really true or not.
Correct.
So that is what I've understood. And they have given two objectives of it. First, they have given this paragraph. What is the historical fact in that?
Yes.
Paragraph, and the second one, they have given the text paragraph.
Correct. So what is the author's tone? Is he happy about this? Is he crit?
But he is not criticizing as well. He's just saying that we should go through the historians' knowledge because we can't rely on them. We should also go through archaeology point of view. They help to the historians in their point.
Yes. So wonderful. उसी point को लेके he is disclaiming. He is not happy about the way historians are taking the data. Right? He is calling it the positivist way of taking data, which is आप निकालो पहले और फिर उसको देखो फैक्ट्स को और फिर कंक्लूजन बनाओ, फिर उन्हें फैक्ट्स बुला दो. ऑथर बोल रहा है ये बेकार सिस्टम है, ये नहीं चलेगा. राइट? क्योंकि बहुत ज्यादा एक्स्ट्रा नॉलेज लगता है. उसने बिल्डिंग का भी कुछ एग्जांपल लिया था. राइट? बिल्डिंग स्ट्रक्चर डिजाइन. तो यही सेम चीज बताने के लिए दैट इट इज नॉट अबाउट द बिल्डिंग इटसेल्फ बट इट इज अबाउट द फाउंडेशन. Right? So therefore it said collect more data and don't consider them hard and fast facts. Right? So
it's not like how architecture also don't do their work that in that perfection, but then how do you expect the historians to do the same?
Correct.
That is what I'm saying.
Correct. So he has drawn a line कि history is not a science.
Yeah.
Science में objective facts हैं, history facts पे नहीं चलती है. Right? तो हिस्ट्री को ओपन रखो, लूज रखो, उसमें डेटा ऐड करते रहो, निकालते रहो एंड कीप इट वेरी ओपन. डोंट मेक इट फैक्चुअल कि ये हुआ था तो तभी हुआ था. राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाट ऑथर इज क्रिटिसाइजिंग. Yep, accuracy is a foundation, not the true purpose of history. Just as good materials are essential for architecture, but not define the building's design. सेम चीज बार बार है. ठीक है, लेट्स लुक एट द क्वेश्चंस. किसी ने नहीं अटेम्प्ट किया ये वाला? ओके. देखो, आर यू रिग्रेटिंग द डिसीजन और नॉट? क्या क्या इसका? D?
Yeah.
D is wrong. Answer is B. You've given. You've done this? हाँ, दिया है ये वाला. हाँ, कैसे क्या करते हैं ना? Are the following, if true, means these are either hypothetical statements. They are hypothetical, right? Are they from the passage? हैं? Questions बेकार थे. देखते हैं.
For X में X के लिए अच्छा होगा पर Y के लिए नहीं. So that is very
नॉर्मली देखने जाए तो नॉर्मल बंदा ऑप्शन लेगा ही नहीं.
exactly.
So these are all hypothetical scenarios. You have to. This is logical reasoning. This is not really passage based. Here you have to use logic. All of the following, if true, can weaken the passage's claim that facts do not speak for themselves except. ढूंढना क्या है फिर मेरे को? Weaken except. Therefore, I have to find what? Positive, negative, negative, positive. Therefore, I have to strengthen author's claim.
ये पैसेज ना एक सेंटी मोस्टली देख के सब चूज करेंगे क्योंकि
हाँ.
काफी कंटेंट छोटा है और
मैंने कहा था लेंथ के बेस पे मत जाना पैसेज पे.
तो मोस्टली ये ना आसान है ऐसा पैसा.
हाँ तो फिर क्यों किया?
सर एक पैसेज में बसता हूं लोगों से एक से
तो क्यों? अच्छा
वो चॉइस है कि मैं 16 क्वेश्चन कर.
तो now अभी ये फीलिंग कहाँ से आ रही है? किस मोमेंट पे ये हिट किया रियलाइजेशन कि ये
से ना मेरे को अनगैट कर रहा है.
हाँ
मेरा स्कोर कांस्टेंट आ रहा है.
हाँ
तो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैं जब 12 क्वेश्चन कर रहा था ना मैं
हाँ.
काफी अच्छा कर रहा था.
हाँ
16 इसलिए कर रहा था क्योंकि मुझे स्कोर चाहिए.
हाँ करेक्ट.
तो जब मैं स्पीड बूस्ट कर रहा हूँ मतलब मुझे क्वेश्चन के लिए मेरे को टाइम मैनेज करना है. तब मैं एक्यूरेसी और कंसिस्टेंसी यूज कर रहा हूँ कि जब हमें ज्यादा क्वेश्चन करना तो हमें मैनेज करना पड़ेगा. पिछले क्वेश्चन में हम ज्यादा टाइम ना लें.
करेक्ट.
तो इससे स्कोर भी बढ़ना चाहिए ना.
ट्रू.
12 क्वेश्चन से स्कोर में इतना नहीं आता जितना 16 से आया.
बट अपना पर्सनल गोल सेट करो ना कि
पर्सनल गोल तो है
कि मेरा पर्सनल कट ऑफ कितना जाना है, मेरे को क्या गोल है मेरा, है ना?
स्कोर में मुझे जितना चाहिए वो फिक्स है मेरे माइंड में. कॉलेज
हाँ तो बस उसके हिसाब से मेक अचीवमेंट्स, राइट?
सेक्शन में कम से कम करके बनानी चाहिए.
देखते हैं. बट ये वाला कब रियलाइजेशन, ये सॉल्व करने के बाद रियलाइज किया कि ये क्या घटिया पैसेज था, अभी रियलाइज हुआ?
एक पैसेज ऐसा स्टेट होता है जो वर्स्ट निकल.
तो क्यों कर?
जिसमें ऑप्शन हमेशा गलत.
बट क्यों? इसको कैसे ठीक करें फिर?
ये नहीं कर सकते. लैंग्वेज देखो 4 में से एक लैंग्वेज ऐसी होती है जो समझ में आती है.
हाँ
में से एलिमेंट करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है और टाइम को देखते देखते ना माइंड बहुत नर्वस है कि ये क्या तेरे को करना है इसमें से. आपको कर
ट्रू.
Now I understood what the passage is saying, but the questions के लिए वही है.
तो कोई अलग ही अंडरस्टैंडिंग थी.
फिर वो समझ में नहीं आया कि कौन सा ऑप्शन I should purely choose.
ऐसा दिया है में नहीं है.
ये क्यों
But this-
ये उसके हिसाब से उसमें लॉजिक भारी पड़ेगा.
करेक्ट.
ये क्वेश्चंस में ना तुम्हारा नॉलेज कुछ भी हो फर्क नहीं पड़ता. तुम्हारा लॉजिक उस टाइम पे काम क्या है.
करेक्ट.
तो इसमें नॉलेज था.
नॉलेज किस बात की नॉलेज?
रीड किया है
हाँ.
कैसे इंग्लिश समझता है.
हाँ इंग्लिश कैसे समझता है वो, दैट्स इम्पोर्टेंट. हाँ लैंग्वेज कैसे समझ रहे हो? जैसे इधर का लैंग्वेज थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट था. कैन वीकन एक्सेप्ट मींस आई हैव टू स्ट्रेंथन ऑथर्स आर्गुमेंट. So which one is strengthening author's argument? You went for D. The order in which a series of facts is presented does not have any bearing on the production of meaning. It is talking about the facts being presented. Why did you go for D first, Paul?
तो फैक्ट्स जो हमें बताए जाते हैं वो एक्चुअली सच है या नहीं वो हमें पता नहीं. तो फिर उसमें मीनिंग भी कैसे रहेगा कि वो full knowledge about the facts.
कौन सा वीकन नहीं कर रहा है? डी वीकन कर रहा है ना? डी वीकन कर रहा है ना?
पहले तो उसने नेगेटिव पूछा बाद में एक्सेप्ट बोल के
ऑपोजिट कर दिया ना. मतलब कौन सा वीकन नहीं कर रहा है? डी इज वीकनिंग, राइट? इट्स स्टेटिंग ऑपोजिट ऑफ व्हाट इज ऑथर इज स्टेटिंग, राइट? व्हाट इज नॉट स्टेटिंग ऑपोजिट is B. Facts like truth can be relative. What is fact for person X may not be so for person Y, and that is why author has said कि history should not be fact based. हाँ कि ना?
But I didn't go with that option because it is not totally from person to person, it's really.
So that is just explaining how facts are subjective in nature. But the author has claimed that the facts are objective, right? The author has said even though the facts are objective, it is historian who decides which facts to give the floor and in what order or context, thereby influencing their interpretation. बोला है ना ये? कौन सी लाइन है? कि सारे फैक्ट्स हिस्टोरियंस के थ्रू होके जाते हैं और फिर वहां से वो डिसाइड करते हैं. Facts are available. Yes, there are certain basic facts which are the same for all historians, so to speak, the backbone of history. But this view calls for two observations. It is with facts like these that historian is primarily concerned. The historian must not get these wrong, but to praise a historian for his accuracy. Yep. The fact speaks only when the historian calls for them. It is he who decides to which facts to give the floor and in what order or context. The only reason why we are interested to know that the battle was fought at Hastings is that historians regard it as a major historical event. इसके हिसाब से हमें weaken करना है.
Okay, yeah.
So A is directly weakening, है ना? A is directly weakening. It is independent of historian who expresses it. अभी बोला. Correct. Right? So if we are changing, if you're not listening to what the historian is saying, then we are directly contradicting it to what the author has said. है ना?
C is also irrespective of the context.
Correct. It is, and अभी लिखा है उस पे context should be considered. Tricky तो था. Common sense view except कौन सा नहीं है? क्या किया इसका? B कैसे? Only the positivist methods can lead to credible historical knowledge. Common sense view positivist method ही है ना? उन्हीं का एक method of reasoning है ना? It should be A. History is like a science, a selective system of cognitive orientations to reality. This is directly opposite to what is given in the passage. And that is what I have to find. Common sense of history बोलता है कि it is about subjectivity of facts. है ना? A में उल्टा लिखा है. History is like science. Author यही तो differentiate करने की कोशिश कर रहा था. This should have been skipped. Others who skipped it, good call. Okay, next, if the author of the passage were to write a book on the Battle of Hastings along the lines of his or her own reasoning, the focus of the historical account would be on. क्या किया इसका?
No, say.
No, it's fine. Let's see what if one of C is correct. Exploring socio-political and economic factors. This was given in the passage, right? According to the passage, which one of the following statements best describes the significance of archaeology for historians?
either C आना चाहिए,
सी है,
C है,
हाँ।
पर ऑप्शन गलत लिखा है।
एक सेकेंड नहीं, सॉरी ए है a certain factual accuracy, ए है।
C क्यों नहीं?
देखते हैं। According to this passage, which one of the following statements best describes the importance of archaeology for historians? तो क्या parallels हैं फिर archaeology और history में? ये oldest civilization is not relevant. वही वाला ना, but to praise वाला पैराग्राफ कौन सा था? यहाँ था कहीं. Yes, but to praise a historian for his accuracy is like praising an architect for using well-seasoned timber or properly mixed concrete in his building. It is a necessary condition, but not his essential function. It is precisely for matters of this kind that the historian is entitled to rely on what have been called the auxiliary sciences. सी में लिखा है आर्कियोलॉजी helps historian to interpret historical facts. Interpret का मतलब क्या होता है? चलो वो देखते हैं. मेरा मजाक उड़ा रहे हो? Why not see? नहीं, but पूछना चाहिए ना हर चीज का. नहीं, but हाँ, why not? वही, he's asking the right question. Interpret का मतलब क्या है? To understand. नहीं, वो आर्कियोलॉजी बता रही कि टू डिटरमाइन कि ये कब हुआ, ना कि ये कैसे हुआ. बट ये वेरी स्पेसिफिक है. टू लोकेट द ओल्डेस्ट सिविलाइजेशंस इज लाइक वेरी स्पेसिफिक. हिस्ट्री सिर्फ यही, इससे ही थोड़ी डील करती है. There's a difference between the two. Archaeology helps to interpret and to ascertain is different. Ascertain means to date back and interpret to understand ये कैसे हुआ, वो कैसे हुआ. But that had nothing to do, right? यही दिया था ना कि it is precisely for matters of this kind that historian is entitled to rely on what have been called the auxiliary sciences. It is through which that he takes out this raw data and फिर raw data से अपने conclusions बनाते थे. आर्कियोलॉजी के हिसाब से कैसे अपना कंक्लूजन बनाएंगे वो लोग? ठीक है, it's okay. From next time, let's be careful. Let's try to like realize maybe even after one paragraph or two paragraphs, you realize midway कि ये तो नहीं होने वाला है. You can skip. Maybe reading passage is not helping you. Look at the question and maybe if questions are giving you a better hint. Highly unlikely, but रिस्क तो रहता है. हाँ हाँ हाँ, वो जरूरी नहीं है.
एक मेन आइडिया कि इस पैराग्राफ में थर्ड या फोर्थ.
हाँ हाँ.
चौथा जो टाइप है वो सबसे वर्स्ट है कि विकल्प पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव. चार टाइप है.
ये 4 टाइप के सवाल है. हाँ
जितने देखते हैं.
हाँ
सिर्फ वाला क्वेश्चन विकल्प वाला क्वेश्चन.
हाँ.
मेन आइडिया वाला भी ठीक है. अगर मैं फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ लास्ट पैराग्राफ ये करके मिक्स करके कंफ्यूजन बनाऊं,
करेक्ट, मिल जाता है.
बट एक्सेप्ट वाला जो
बट
तो 1 मिनट तो क्वेश्चन समझने में
पर मैंने बताया ना, इंटीजर्स वाला रूल लगाओ. नेगेटिव
क्वेश्चंस के ऊपर ये क्या मैंने पहले बीच में आपको बताया, मैंने बोला था कि क्वेश्चंस के ऊपर ही ज्यादा. बाद में टाइप्स तो सेम ही है. इतने टाइप्स के क्वेश्चंस में.
करेक्ट.
अगर मुझे पैसेज का थोड़ा सा भी समझा है
हाँ,
तो क्रैक कर पाऊंगा.
करेक्ट. तो क्वेश्चंस पे आपका कोई चॉइस डिपेंड ही नहीं करता है. सारे सबके सवाल सेम ही है. लॉजिक सबका सेम ही लग रहा है. तो और क्वेश्चंस चाहे चिंदी से चिंदी भी आए, अगर पैसेज ही नहीं समझ आए तो वो नहीं निकलेंगे. So that is why I said decide, make the call not on the basis of questions but based on passage. Why did you, when you were in those 5 minutes, ask yourself, why did I overlook that clothing wala passage? हाँ, उधर क्या नहीं गया था? हाँ, क्यों नहीं गया? Why did you not consider it? क्यों मेरे को लगा उसका लैंग्वेज डिफिकल्ट? ये क्या बात होती है? चॉइस आप तब बनाते हैं जब हम चारों देखे ना, पहले की दो देख के कैसे चॉइस बन सकती है? तो वो वाइस डिसीजन ही नहीं हुआ, चौथा पढ़ा ही नहीं फिर इसलिए। अरे यार ये तो फिर ठीक है, but it's always about picking the least worst. For that you have to take in all the sample. Okay, you can't take it partially. So next time go through all RCs and then make a call. है ना? एक ही बचा लिबरलिज्म वाला। किसने किया अटेम्प्ट लिबरलिज्म? नो, यू हैव अटेम्प्टेड? नो वन, लिबरलिज्म किसी ने नहीं किया? Then we can skip it. Online, has anybody attempted online liberalism? Samarth, have you attempted liberalism passage?
No, ma'am.
No, nobody has. ठीक है. Okay, then tell me your scores then.
-3.
He's so proudly, he's saying -3. It's okay. Eighteen, 6, 1. Boys calculating कितना? 8. सारे किए कितना हुआ? 21. पूरा ही छोड़ दिया? हाँ, करेक्ट. एब्सोल्युटली कोर आइडिया नहीं समझा तो क्वेश्चंस नहीं लिखने। गुड कॉल। तो फिर अभी मैं तो कह रहे हैं हम लोग सब मिलके कि कम करो अटेम्प्ट, चारों पैसेज मत करो। वो तो और बेकार। कौन है साउथ अफ्रीका का कौन है प्राइम मिनिस्टर? बोल। ये ऐसे तो नहीं आएंगे। Give law paper if you want. Give the MHCT 3-year LLB paper if you want. Corporate lawyer की नौकरी लग जाएगी। हाँ। Done. Score calculation. Done. Less 16. Highest is 18. 11. Not bad. So that's the overall. So like if it's 18 highest, that's roughly around 90 percentile. Huh? My math is not good.
No, it is 60 website.
If 18 is the highest, but is considering the sample size and everything. Percentile we can't find out, but not bad, not too far. Yeah, I mean, you realize certain your cognitive biases, right? Like
Because the passage where I lost it all.
yeah, your understanding.
One passage.
So
Today my choosing one of correct, though all the time I choose the correct one, which you will tell us to choose, so I am choosing. It's the correct one.
It's okay. So there is no like, there is, let's say,
आपका क्या अप्रोच है कि आरसी को कैसे टैकल?
सी ना दिस इज, मैं सच बताऊं, कैट एक एप्टीट्यूड एग्जाम है. एप्टीट्यूड एग्जाम यानी ये आपके एग्जिस्टिंग स्किल्स और नॉलेज का एग्जाम है. ठीक है, जिसको अच्छे से आता है उसके लिए आसान है, जिसको नहीं आता है,
सच बता रहा हूँ,
सच में यही है.
कैट का रियल फुल फॉर्म होना चाहिए कि पॉपुलेशन को कम करके सिलेक्ट करने का तरीका है.
तो ये अनफॉर्चुनेट क्या है कि जिनको अच्छे से आता है उनको उतना अच्छे से स्कूल में भी सिखाया गया है, या फिर
कॉलेजेस अपने एंट्रेंस एग्जाम रखेंगे ना, और
प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा.
नहीं, वो इजीियर हो जाएगा चॉइस में.
इफ कॉलेज तो
सिम्बाइस सामने,
हाँ
तो सिम्बाइस तो जाता है, जैसे पीएचडीएम में एक अलग एग्जाम होता है.
हाँ
एमएमएस वाला मतलब मुंबई वाला पे एक अलग एग्जाम होता है.
है ना, सीडी है ना अलग उनका.
और वो सीईटी में ना बहुत ज्यादा ना क्लास लीजिए, उसमें एससी एसटी वाले बहुत सारे, मैं खुद सीईटी दे के आया, मुझे पता है मतलब बहुत कंपटीशन. 97 पे आ जाता है ना तो भी कुछ नहीं आता.
नहीं 99 प्लस ही जाता है.
वही तो प्रॉब्लम है ना.
इंडिया का ही प्रॉब्लम है, इंडिया की गलती है, सही में इंडिया की गलती है.
अब कैट में ना ईडब्ल्यूएस जो आया है,
हाँ.
बस कैट जिसमें ना बहुत सारे लोग अभी जब आते हैं ना,
ही इज ईडब्ल्यूएस.
ये बहुत सारे ईडब्ल्यूएस है, तो वहाँ पे अगर मुझे अगर ईडब्ल्यूएस मेरा होता तो मेरे लिए 85 बहुत इजियर है.
करेक्ट.
93 मेरा 95 का टारगेट है, तो उसके लिए 70 मार्क्स हो जाना. आज ईडब्ल्यूएस होता तो मैं क्लास में नहीं लाया.
इकोनॉमिकली वीकर सेक्शन.
और उसने बोल दिया है ओबीसी कैटेगरी तो बहुत परेशान करती है. मैं बोलता एक ही कैटेगरी होनी चाहिए.
अरे व्हाई आर यू क्रिटिसाइजिंग इट? यू आर क्रिटिसाइजिंग द कैटेगरी.
परसेंटाइल देखो, अब मैं फॉर एग्जांपल में कंपेयर करता कुछ एवरेज और एनआईटीएफ को.
करेक्ट.
एनआईटीएफ में ईडब्ल्यूएस को ये लोग कैट को 84 को लेते हैं.
हाँ.
ये लोग कट ऑफ जनरल में 90 को लेके जाते हैं.
करेक्ट.
इतना डिफरेंस नहीं होना चाहिए. और सिर्फ आईएमएम में भी, आईएमएम में ये लोग एक 90 में भी कॉल करेंगे, पर एक उससे थोड़ा भी कम रहेगा और जनरल कैटेगरी में उससे नहीं हो जाएंगे.
This is a frustration that half of the students are suffering from. I teach in law class also, UG law, similar set of frustration. So I mean, you'll have to understand the basic foundational issue here. What do you think is the core issue here? I think it's the population.
Yeah.
It's definitely the population. हाँ.
बस यही है, थोड़ा
समझ रहा है, होना भी चाहिए, वैलिड भी है इसका फ्रस्ट्रेशन. आई अंडरस्टैंड. फालतू में बाल गिर जाएंगे.
ये तो बहुत अच्छा है. और भी देख कर
हाँ.
ये सेक्शन में तो बूस्ट कर लिखा जो नहीं होगा, तो वो इसलिए ये होता है.
You can also blame your school. Why didn't they teach you these basic reading skills? Blame your college.
देख महाराष्ट्र में अगर यहाँ पे बैठे हुए कितने लोग सीरियसली से पूछते हैं, कितने लोग एसएससी इंग्लिश, एसएससी इंग्लिश, एसएससी इंग्लिश, एसएससी and I wow.
That shows your ICSE. It shows. I'm CBSE. Yes, don't you see that shows? In ICSE, I know the textbooks are a little more advanced. In 4th grade, 5th grade, you're doing complex biology. Science is way more complex, right? तुम लोग को SOP, essays, oration ये सब पहले से ही cultivate करते हैं. True. सही. Correct. So there are so many factors to play, blame here to play, and you can't really question yourself कि मेरे में नहीं है, मेरे अंदर नहीं है.
जैसे कोई भी फाइनेंस का एमबीए हो तो उसको जरूरत क्या है ये सब लेने की? उन्हें एमबीए फाइनेंस के ऊपर दोनों क्वेश्चन, सब ऐसे क्वेश्चन थे कि रिवर्स में.
True. Makes sense. I agree. Yes, you should definitely छोड़ो ये सब. UPSC दो, you become like a good.
almost कॉमर्स के हर डिफिकल्ट एग्जाम देखे.
हो गया. CA के अच्छा CA के सारे निकल गए, सारे निकल गए थे CA के। हाँ Are you planning to give the others also? हाँ हाँ मेरे को my friend like my senior took 8 years and then after that he was a CA.
नहीं आप जो बात कर रहे हो सीए के बारे में,
मैं CA के बारे में,
सीए के बारे में बात कर रहा हूं,
उसमें
मैनेजमेंट अकाउंट
तो उसमें उतना टाइम नहीं लगता। हाँ मैं CA की बात कर रही हूँ, उसमें उतना टाइम नहीं लगता, CMA में भी उतना ही लगता होगा ना।
ओके ये वर्स्ट है,
इट्स वर्स्ट।
सीए की फॉर्म सीए में सेम फाउंडेशन में एक नेगेटिव मार्किंग का पेपर होता है मैथ्स, उसमें ना उसमें 0.5 का नेगेटिव है, उसमें सेम पूछते हैं सर ऑप्शन चूज। वैसे सीएमए में नेगेटिव नहीं है बट कंपटीशन यूज है। मैं अभी सेकंड में बचा है, सेकंड में वाले दिसंबर में इसको पे प्रोफेसर है।
ओके मल्टीपल एग्जाम्स you guys are giving।
चार मल्टीपल टेस्ट नवंबर में कैट है, दिसंबर में सीएमए, जनवरी में जैट है, और जैट से पहले इसका रिजल्ट मेरे को बहुत इंपैक्ट करेगा। अगर ये 95 आया तो जैट को रिलैक्स कर दूंगा।
95 में कौन सा कॉलेज मिलेगा? मिल जाएगा
फिक्स है, मतलब मुझे जाना ही नहीं है, इतना कॉलेज नहीं है।
ठीक है।
10 साल में वही लेना चाहता हूं।
So then I think the only option is left, you really pray the or whatever now the more acceptable term is manifest that you get an easier slot and you are very confident on that particular day when you wake up and you get a good number of attempts and a good number of score. That's only one thing that's left.
मेरे से कम स्कोर
हाँ exactly because it's a very risky paper, किस दिशा में जाएगा हम नहीं बता सकते अभी भी, so you don't give up already। हाँ
क्या होता है अगर से ये गलत बात साइड पे सारा,
हाँ true,
गलत बात सीमेंट के मेरे जोड़ है, ये सीधे तक नहीं जाना है,
नहीं जाना है।
सीमेंट लास्ट ऑप्शन। वैसे भी मैं रिजल्ट आने के बाद भी सारे एग्जाम दूंगा सीमेंट के थोड़े साइड पे, पर प्रेशर कम है।
Valid. Good decision making. I mean, see, honestly, I don't know which exam you're giving, which college you're going, but I definitely know you're going ahead in life. And that is what matters, okay? Your decisions will definitely take you to a good place. And that is what matters. So don't stress. You guys are like 1/4 of your life is over. So much is left, you don't even realize. I mean, I'm also in a similar age group. So, I mean, I also get like similar sort of anxieties, but we don't realize there's so much. ऐसा क्यों? I mean, that is like your ideals that you have, but keep a realistic target and wherever you go, you'll end up. It's all about skills and perspective, basically. चलो, ठीक है? इसको बोलो चाय का पार्टी दे। Last time दिया था?
3 मिनट से 2 बार फर्स्ट है, तो इसको किसी ने फर्स्ट नहीं किया, मैं एक बार फर्स्ट है सबने मुझे फर्स्ट अच्छी घंटे है भाई।
चलो, next week का focus है, we are taking a break from sectionals. Is that okay? We're taking break from sectionals. We'll do VA questions. सारे मैंने 2 classes लगाई है, एक में सिर्फ सारे mix of VA questions, second में we'll do RCs, like the way he said, like mixed questions. VA RC, तो एक VA के questions और एक RC के questions, VA RC.
Question types, right?
That I have to sort it out. So why mixed question types? जैसे weakening, except, वैसे type. Main idea.
Approve that question.
हाँ हाँ. So first you guys will discuss and then we'll discuss the approach. हाँ repeat करना है. Okay, I'll repeat it. I'll bring the PPT for that also and then we'll revise also quickly. But Para Jumbles के notes दिए थे ना पर मैंने. Do you have it? हाँ. See, ask somebody if they have it. We'll otherwise do it again. ठीक है? So VA first and then next session RCs. फिर उसके बाद we'll again continue sectionals and then again maybe we'll take a break with RC and VA. Chalo, thank you class, thank you online students.
Welcome.